Life can be tough. Sometimes it feels like the world is stacked against us, and no matter how hard we try, things just don't go our way. We all face moments when life seems unfair, and it's easy to wonder why things happen the way they do. Sometimes it feels like other folks are getting ahead while we're stuck in the same place, watching from the sidelines. Maybe you see others succeed while you struggle, or you feel invisible in a crowd. Maybe somebody did you wrong and it just doesn't seem fair. We've all been there. Hurt by someone's actions or left out when we deserved better. It's a pain that can linger and make us question our worth. But in those moments, Psalm 75 speaks right to this. The Bible reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles and that God understands our pain. This powerful psalm reminds us that even when things look rough, God is in control. He's not distant or unaware. He's right there with us, guiding us through the storms. He sees what's going on, even the things we try to hide from others. Every tear, every disappointment, every silent prayer, he notices it all. And he's got a plan. Even when we can't see the bigger picture, God is working behind the scenes for our good. You see, God is a God of justice. He cares deeply about fairness, and he promises to set things right in his perfect timing. He sees the unfairness, the hurt, and the pain. He knows the burdens you carry and the struggles you face, even when no one else does. And he promises to make things right. His justice may not always look like what we expect, but it is always good and true. It might not happen overnight, but we can trust his timing. Sometimes waiting is the hardest part, but it's in the waiting that our faith grows stronger. Remember, God is on your side. He's cheering you on, surrounding you with love and support, even when you feel alone. He's fighting for you, even when you can't see it. His presence is your strength, and his promises are your hope. So keep your head up. Don't let the unfairness of today steal the hope of tomorrow. Your time for victory is coming. Hold on, because brighter days are ahead, and God's justice will shine through. Psalm 75 reminds us that God is the ultimate judge, the one who holds all authority and wisdom in his hands. No matter what happens in the world around us, he is always in control, overseeing every detail with perfect understanding. He alone decides who rises up to positions of influence and who is brought low. Promotions and setbacks are not random. They are part of his greater plan, even when we can't see the full picture. God sees the hearts of men and women, understanding our true motives and intentions. He knows our struggles, our hopes and our fears, even those we keep hidden from others. He knows who's genuinely trying to do what's right and who is working behind the scenes to pull others down for their own gain. Nothing escapes his notice. It's easy to get discouraged when we see people around us succeeding by cheating, lying, or mistreating others. Sometimes it feels like those who play by the rules are left behind, while the dishonest get ahead. But Psalm 75 tells us not to worry or lose heart. God sees it all, and he is not blind to injustice or wrongdoing. His timing is perfect, even when it seems slow to us. He promises to deal with the wicked and those who harm others. Justice may not always come immediately, but God assures us that no evil deed will go unpunished forever. At the same time, God lifts up the humble and the righteous. Those who quietly do good, show kindness, and live with integrity. He honors those who trust him and walk in his ways. He gives strength to the weak, encouragement to the discouraged, and hope to those who feel overlooked. When we rely on him, he renews our spirit and helps us keep going. God is a God of justice and fairness. He weighs every action and every heart with absolute truth, and he will always do what is right. In his perfect timing, he will make things right. We may have to wait, but his promises are sure, and his justice will prevail. So when you see injustice in the world, remember that God is still on the throne. He sees, he cares, and he's working behind the scenes. Trust him, he's got this. Even when times are hard, it's important to give thanks to God. Gratitude isn't just for the good days, but especially for the moments when life feels overwhelming or uncertain. When we choose to thank God in the middle of our struggles, we are making a powerful statement of faith. Why? Because thankfulness changes our perspective. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, from our problems to God's promises. Gratitude reminds us that we are not alone, and that God is working even when we can't see it. When we focus on what's good in our lives, it helps us to rise above the difficulties. We begin to notice the blessings that might otherwise go unnoticed, like the support of loved ones, moments of laughter, or even the strength to keep going. Psalm 75 verse 1 says, "We give thanks to you, O God. We give thanks, for your name is near." This verse is a reminder that God is always close, listening to our prayers and caring for us. Even in the midst of his troubles, the psalmist took time to thank God. He didn't wait for everything to be perfect. He chose gratitude right where he was, trusting that God was with him. Thankfulness opens the door for God to move in our lives. It creates space for hope, for peace, and for new possibilities to enter our hearts. It shows him that we trust him, even when we don't understand what he's doing. Our gratitude is an act of surrender, a way of saying, "God, I believe you are good no matter what." So take some time today to thank God for all the good things in your life. Write them down, speak them out loud, or simply pause and reflect on his goodness. Thank him for his love, his faithfulness, and for the ways he has carried you through difficult seasons. And remember his promise to never leave you nor forsake you. No matter what you face, you can trust that God is with you, holding you close and working all things for your good. Hold on, help is on the way. When we face challenges, it's easy to feel alone. But Psalm 75 reminds us that God is always with us. He's our strength when we are weak. He's our hope when we feel like giving up. The psalmist writes, "But as for me, I will declare this forever. I will sing praise to the God of Jacob." Even in the face of adversity, the psalmist chose to praise God and trust in his deliverance. We can have that same hope and confidence. No matter what storms you face, know that God is with you. He's fighting for you. He's making a way for you. Your victory is coming. Life can be full of surprises. Some are good and some are not so good. But through it all, we can trust that God has a plan for our lives. He knows what's best for us, even when we don't understand. Proverbs 16 verse 9 says, "The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." We may have our own ideas about how our lives should go, but ultimately, it's God's plan that will prevail. So when life throws you a curveball, don't give up. Don't lose hope. Trust in God's plan. He's got you covered. He'll take what the enemy meant for evil and turn it around for your good. Just keep